I'm on the shore, looking sick, whip hella clean. That armor raw, got my tires shining on bling. I'm rolling on 24s in a photo. Them deep dish rims, reason why I'm going slow. Pulled out of rallies, headed right north on the shore. Hopping traffic to avoid the motherfucking law. Styrofoam cup in my car full of drink. Pockets got bread in my lungs, hella dank. 91 up in the tank, bout to hit 100. Dual exhaust pipes loud, sounding like thunder. Big motor underneath, cause I do it big. Chrome underneath the seat, cause I be the shit. It's like a must, hit the Shaw on a Friday night. Hit a club up if the shit looking right. First and foremost, gear looking top notch. Avoid drama, don't stay till them things pop. Fettuccine is my nickname. What's up, man? What's up, man? We back with a pop-up, man, west of the 110, you know what I'm saying? We had a great episode a few days ago with the scorching streets and scorching politics, so we decided to give a follow-up, call it Rising Buzz, to see what's going on. A lot of stuff has went on in the last few days, last 72 hours. So I'm here with my boy Big LA, man, you know. What's up, Big LA? What's the word?
Hey man, what's the vibes? What's the vibes? Hey y'all, hey man, tell a friend, tell them I'll do it again, man. Hey man, it's a pop-up show, man. West side of the 110. Your boy Big LA, Honey P. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if they're not gonna come give y'all what's really going on the west side of the 110, we gonna let y'all know what's going on the west side of the 110. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Like you say, man, for those of you who didn't catch the live address from President Trump this morning, I suggest you go replay that. Supreme Court made some rulings on some things. So birth citizenship rights, that's up in the air right now. A lot of people don't know what that means. Hey, for those people who are Black Americans and know their history, it was some bills put in place for Black citizens, you know what I'm saying? Descendants of slaves, meaning that if you were a descendant of slave, you were a citizen of this country. Over the years, it's been manipulated for people to come here, have babies, and stay here. You know what I'm saying? It's a law that's been manipulated. It was a law put in place for us, Black people, that has been manipulated. So with that being said, Supreme Court has made some rulings today that may make birth citizenship rights a little more difficult for people who try to come in and do that now. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's kind of, it's not difficult to explain, but I encourage anybody to go read it and go look up on it themselves in entirety. You know what I mean? It's something that's interesting.
I got a question about that though.
Go ahead.
Because it's a whole lot of history that's coming up into mind from the period of the 1400s to the late 1800s that don't make sense to me, which kind of null and void this bill. Number one, y'all say something was discovered in 14 whatever, when there were already people here. You dig what I'm saying? And the nationalities of people that y'all saying fall under this act was already here. So how that makes sense? And again, how do that categorize certain people if y'all sold about yay much of y'all land in 1800? I'm just trying to understand. You know what I'm saying? How does that act or how does that bill coincide with prior acts that have already been done that kind of go against that? That's my question.
I mean, well, a lot of that stuff can be cleared up with, like what Milo said, reading. You know, like just a little history, you know, just read up on some stuff. Matter of fact, I think nowadays a lot of people not saying you, but just in general, a lot of the information that we get is coming off of social media, different sites, and some is accurate, some is on point, some is leading into the right direction, but don't give you the full story. But I say that to say this: they had this one Hispanic guy. He put out a video not too long ago talking about how the purchase of Mexico came about, and it was kind of funny what he said. It was kind of funny what he said. He said it's kind of crazy, you know. He said it was purchased for $15 million. You know, they say it was a cheap price, which was like a steal, but he said, you know, it wasn't stolen. This is a guy, Mexican guy. He said it wasn't stolen, and he made a comment. He said it doesn't matter. He said because even if they were to take their land back and America was to get pushed back to where it normally was, you know, the Wyoming areas up there, you know, Nevadas, Utah. He said Mexicans would still be trying to cross the border to get into America. So it doesn't matter where the border is. I said, that's kind of crazy. You know, I said, hey, he said it. I found it kind of funny, but not funny from like from a hatred standpoint, but I kind of found it kind of funny because it's like, damn, you know, it's like, I mean, you know, hey, it was a joke that made sense, but it had some reality to it.
It has a reality to it, and it's kind of funny, but at the same time, it's like if y'all fighting so hard to get here, but then say all of this was ours at one point, why sell it in the first place? Why even take an offer for it if now y'all want to argue, fight, complain? Hey, don't get mad at us. Get mad at your ancestors for what they did back in the day. Yell at them. You know what I'm saying? Don't get mad at us. Hey, look, go do your history. A lot of us was here already when all of this supposed came about and happened. It's not our fault. And low key, we still ride for y'all. So I'm just trying to understand.
Well, I mean, that's why I say a lot of people have to get back to the history of it. They have to know the history. Well, like I say, Mexico and Texas background, Mexican independence and Texas background. Let me give you this. Mexico, you know, gained its independence from Spain, you know, I think at like it gained its independence from Spain, like regions like California, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, Utah, and parts of Colorado and Wyoming. Not the whole thing, of course. You know, like Texas problem was, you know, Mexico invite Americans, you know, settlers to colonize, you know, sparsely. That was around Texas, you know, under it was, they had some kind of agreement, like some kind of like Catholicism or follow Mexican law or something like that. But 1836 or something like that, after it was like a lot of fighting going on and stuff. So like Texas declared their independence. You know, Mexico never like fully recognized something like that, or a Republic of Texas exists or something, own nation for like 9 years. So something, you know, it was like it's a lot of history or something. You know, people correct me if I'm wrong or something like that. You know, it started like in the mid 1800, 1845. You know, the U.S. annexed Texas or something like that, or what, you know. But it's a lot of stuff that goes on with that. I just tell a lot of people they gotta read up on it. You know what I'm saying? Do some history. You know what I'm saying? Like history is reading. The documents are there. The rules are there. The laws are there. Especially a lot of laws that are in play now. A lot of people may not like what's going on right now, but if you read what's on file of some of the things that are saying are accurate, especially the laws, the birthright citizenship for slaves. That is accurate. You can't change that.
Okay, that's what confused that. Well, not even confuses me. I guess I could say I don't have the proper amount of knowledge with that situation to fully say, okay, I agree with what y'all saying, or I disagree with what y'all saying. But at the same time, y'all want all this, and what y'all don't realize, what y'all don't see, what y'all don't understand. The divide that y'all are impacting upon y'all people, impacting upon the people that y'all want to stand in y'all corner, is gonna leave a lasting effect, and it's gonna leave a real bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. You want me to fight for you, you want me to stand for you, you want me to say that your rights matter and you matter as a human and as a person. But every time I cut the news on, y'all down in this place in the most violent way. Make it make sense. Man, make it make sense.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. But something that a lot of people don't want to admit to, that this land that America has, was acquired through war. You know what I'm saying? War and legal treaties. Like, so
Mm.
like you're saying, like the wars and stuff, compensations were paid. You know what I'm saying? So it may not be what people think the land, it may not be the amount that people think it was worth, that what they got paid for. But I mean, if the compensation that was paid was accepted, what can you say? That's like if a motherfucker give you $2,500 for a car that's worth $5 and you take it, then come back 6 months later and say, you know what, man, that car was $5. I think you beat me. Well, why you take the 25?
Technically, technically, your car wasn't even worth the 500 that you paid for it, but you still was able to turn a profit and you still made some money off of it. But now you're complaining because I took the car, put a new motor in it, and now it runs like a fresh Thunderbird, fresh off the lot. Hey, hey, don't get mad at me. You should have watered your own situation.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. But changing the subject real quick, man. It's so funny, man. Like every year it changes. Like certain years on social media, you have this trend that tends to stick around for a while and goes away. But something that's tending to come back now is you starting to hear on social media a lot of angry women again, and it's getting kind of crazy because in the surroundings right now you seeing a lot of black men and just men in general who are stepping up. Man, I see a lot of men out here with their kids now, from the
Mm-hmm.
last 10 to 15 years ago. Now they out here with their kids, and you know what I'm saying. Let's be real, in LA, I'm gonna speak for LA for what I see. You seeing a lot of the ladies out by themselves, hanging out, doing this, that, and that. I'm seeing a lot of the men down the park with the kids and in different places and the amusement parks. But I say that to say this, not down talking women, but just saying that gets overlooked. So shout out to all the men that's out there doing what they got to do, because you're not gonna hear that on social media. Only thing you're gonna hear about is a celebrity chick talking about men ain't shit. For example, look at that clip that's been going around on social media about B Simone. How they was saying, the clip showed how she'll never date a man who works a 9 to 5. Now she's on the internet talking about she don't have the liquid. Like, get the fuck out of here with all that shit. Um, that shit is funny to me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all and y'all coerce women to think the wrong way, because a lot of women pay attention to you bras they see on TV talking that shit about they don't want to date this type of man, or I need this type of man. Like, what qualifies you for that position? Like, what makes you think that all of a sudden you deserve a man that's a billionaire who gonna just make it to where you don't have to do nothing a day in your life? Why is that? Because you grew up hard? You the only woman and only person in the hood or wherever that grew up hard, so you deserve that life? Come on, man. Let's
Half
be
of
real.
y'all, half of them want to be kept, don't know how to be kept. And I'm going to just say it. Half of y'all mamas and daddies was raising y'all by themselves or with a partner that didn't help create you. And then at the same time, they don't teach you how to be kept. Let me ask you this. How can your mother, who was never married and got 7 baby daddies, 15 kids, how can they teach you how to be kept when it's 7 other niggas that gave them kids and didn't keep their ass themselves? How can a man teach you how to be loved properly by another man when he came up pimping or he came up being a player and got 8 to 10 baby mamas, 16, 17 kids? And please, please stop getting on the internet talking about I'm a kept woman, I got 8 kids, and I know it's a nigga out here that want me. Hey, look, check this out. Check this out. I don't know no nigga on this great plane that is going to willingly just jump up and say, hey, look, I'm gonna take care of you and all 15 of your kids, and I'm gonna treat them like mine, along with my 4 kids, and I work at McDonald's and I part time at the library. Mind you, I only got 2 of my kids of the previous 4, and I pay child support on the other 2. And I live in California, and that child support that I pay for them 2 kids is like $1,700 a month. I'm just saying, make it make sense. Y'all make it make sense. Y'all allow the state and the government to tell you that you don't need a man in the house, so they could give you supplemental. Supplemental. Please do your research on what supplemental means. That means it's supposed to aid what you currently put in your home. It is not a stability mechanism that you stand on for the rest of your life. Get your ass, hey, look, do the hard thing and get your ass off of that county shit. Get off of that state shit and really do something else. They don't want you to stand on your own team. They don't want that. Why do you think they put WIC, Social Security, and food stamps in place? And then on top of that, they say the only way you can get these things is if you don't have a man in your home. And if you do have a man in your home, we will give you these things, but it's a whole lot of hoops and shit you got to jump through just to get these things on a regular basis. Make it make sense, people. Y'all say that they are the reason that our communities are being crushed and dropped, and the rate of what we go through is because of them. No, they put it there just like you put cheese down for mice and rats, and they come and they get it on the trap, and then you catch them on the trap, and then they can't get away, right? So they're stuck. Get y'all ass off that mousetrap. Hey, look, it's bigger pieces of cheese out there if y'all stop going for the easy cheese. You know what I'm saying? I like going for the blocks of cheese. Fuck that sliced cheese shit. That government cheese, it tastes good, but it's only there for a little bit. I'd rather go get the cheese that's gonna be there for a long time, not a short time.
A lot of people are confused nowadays, though, men and women both. You know what I mean? Not just necessarily people who grew up in the urban areas, just in general. You know, and I say that to say this: what's messed up is because a lot of women, like you said, a lot of them were raised up by hoes. Let me just admit it. A lot of these ladies was raised up by hoes. A lot of these dudes was raised up by wannabe pimps. You know what I'm saying? So the atmosphere was crazy. Like I say, the millennials, my opinion, millennials have it the hardest because millennials wasn't taught shit because a lot of them were taught by crackhead parents who didn't teach them shit but how to go out there and hustle and survive. That's it. But they didn't teach them shit about, you know, credit, you know, building this, saving for this property. So a lot of that stuff don't get talked about, and you know, you've seen that a lot too in the hoods. Growing up, there was a lot of single women who were strung out on drugs with kids, and since a lot of them raised kids with that mentality they had that, oh, these men ain't shit. Look at all the men that then got me pregnant. Ain't none of them took care of me, but a lot of them didn't tell the whole truth about the situation. Yeah, a lot of them that got you pregnant because y'all was getting high with each other. y'all hooked up, was getting high and got pregnant, and it ain't like y'all were dating. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people a lot of people don't want to tell the whole truth about a situation. And I'm gonna be real. If your mama never did drugs, but your daddy did drugs, you still are a crack baby. Shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just be real. A lot of people don't want to say that. How many you know how many women right now that's out there that's been dating or married to a man for 5 to 50 years that's been smoking rock cocaine, and they know it, but it's like they don't say nothing about it because he or she ain't all strung out, and you know they still do what they got to do, and you know they still live a life, but they drug a choice that rock. People like that are a problem too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't stop a situation, y'all egg it on.
Those are
You know,
your true addicts. Not to cut you off. I just want to add on to what you're saying
no,
before we.
go ahead.
Uh, the people that are able to get up and put that into their body, and then still smile in your face, continue their everyday life, and do everything like everything cool. Those are the ones that, boy, look, they're the ones that need to be sat down in a padded room and not let out. I promise you, because that's what people don't do their research on. These drugs and these things that run around the streets that were put into the streets in the 70s, 80s, 60s, they were built to break the mind. They were built to melt the brain. They were built to stupefy people and put them in vegetative state. Let's really get down and talk about this. A lot of y'all don't want to talk about this because a lot of y'all mothers and fathers and uncles and cousins, nieces and nephews have been on these things for years. Yeah, let's go ahead and address that elephant in the room. Your cousin that come over your house and everybody sit in the room while they sitting there. And every time they get up and go somewhere, somebody follows them to the other room or somebody sits outside the bathroom and wait for them to come out because they know they got sticky fingers and they're gonna walk out the house with something. Yeah, let's talk about it. All this shit that they put on TV right now, put in the news right now, is to take your mind off of the real problem of what's really going on. Do y'all really honestly think that what's going on between the Mexicans, the illegals, the aliens, and what's going on with the war at the border and the light sprinkle of martial law that's being put into Los Angeles. Do y'all really think that's the big picture of what's really going on?
It's a
When
bigger
we
picture.
really got, man, look, hey, man, listen, look. We said we was gonna be here for a short time, but y'all tend to piss me off with y'all level of lack of common sense. Just like back in '92 with the LA riot, do y'all really think that popped off because of a couple of disgruntled people in the city?
It was a lot of shit that took place in that. But,
You
you know,
know,
that was just
I get that. I get that. It was a whole lot that went on. It was a lot that went on. But at the same time, what was the dominant picture of what was really going on behind all that? Because if people think there was a lot of bloodshed, there was a lot of people that got lost and taken away. There was a lot of businesses and buildings that got shut down, destroyed, vandalized, burnt up. Every time they choose to reset and hit the reset button, look at what they take away for real, for real. They come and they drop a proverbial bomb in our community, and then they come through, they sweep out what fell, and then they plant what they want there. Regentrification, do your research on that. That's replanting and regrowing in the soil that they thought they couldn't regrow from.
shit. We got
Why
good
y'all?
soil in here.
Why? Let's really talk about it because a lot of y'all say, a lot of y'all want to incorporate gang banging and street life into this. Okay, let's talk about it. One of your more predominant hoods by USC now they have the lighter version of people and foreign people walking through these neighborhoods, walking their dogs late at night at times where the police didn't even want to go through a lot of these neighborhoods at that time. But regentrification, replanting. Now in the BNGs, you got the Golden Girls sitting out there on their porch, drinking tea, chilling. Regentrification. They broke down Black Wall Street and took it away for a reason. Open y'all eyes, man. Hey, look, y'all take it how y'all want to. Y'all say it's a war against the Mexicans. It's not a war against the Mexicans. They've been doing fuck shit since the 40s, the 1400s. My apologies, and it ain't gonna stop.
What up, Ron?
Hey, what up, dog?
OG Don. Hey, look, I know I'm speaking some real jibber jabber when Don slide in the room and he don't cut me off and he just let me, he just let me get off, I know I ain't said nothing wrong at that point.
It's Friday, Don under the shade, look like he getting his knob polished.
Hey, you know what? I mean, there are facts to what he's talking about. There are facts,
What you think about
Unification,
that?
unification has been happening for a while now. It's been happening for the last 20 years.
Honestly, even before that, if you really
Well,
want to get to that some things, but people don't want to have that conversation, OG. They not
yeah,
ready
yeah.
for that.
But they're taking it to a new level now, though. It's
Hmm.
like you said, it's always been happening, but they're taking it to a new level now.
Right, right.
This is some unheard of level. And the architect is Donald T. Trump.
I thought it was Jay Trump.
Oh, Donald J. Whatever. But yeah, he's the architect of that. And a lot of people, but you know what? A lot of people, LA, people is getting it twisted, and that's what's killing me. People honestly think he's got a problem with Latinos. He doesn't have a problem with Latinos. He's always conducted business and, held them, pretty close to his heart. You see that when they was ready to go to jail for him about those documents he stole. So,
Right.
I mean, the only reason he's going down on them is because his constituents, which are the Proud Boys, the Klan, and all the
Yeah.
other neo-Nazi
The good old
organizations.
boy. The good old
They,
boy.
they're,
They just
they're,
quiet.
they're, they're the ones. They're the ones that's against them, not him. They're the ones that's against him. So he's just doing what they want him to do, so he don't lose their base. But I mean, he's not. His main objective is us.
That's what they don't understand. That's what the people
Yeah,
that are
that's
doing
why
these
he.
and all these
That,
protests don't understand.
that's why he's doing all this crazy stuff, getting rid of our history. Because you know what, I would equate him. I don't know if you're familiar with Woodrow Wilson and the damage that he did to us when he was president.
Oh,
But
Woodrow's turning up
yeah,
for his time.
yeah,
For his time in the world, Woodrow was showing his ass.
Woodrow was a cold piece. He was a cold piece. Not
Yeah.
only did he help rewrite all the books in the country and got rid of a lot of in our history, but he also was the first. I don't know if he's the second. I don't know if Trump done it yet, but he was the first president when the Klan was at their height with 750,000 members, invited them to the White House for a viewing of their show was it was that racist show where they just showed this black guy with a white girl, and he was allegedly had to rape her, and they had to go off and kill all the blacks. Blah blah blah. I forgot the name of that show, but yeah, that was Woodrow Wilson at his finest, and Trump ain't doing nothing but emulating him.
Yeah.
That's all. He never have his own ideas. He's not that bright. Not that
Yeah,
bright.
man. I was like I say, man, we were just doing a quick little pop up for the people, man, just giving them some news of what's going on. Like I say, earlier, in case you didn't hear, my boy Don, we talked about the new Supreme Court ruling earlier that gave Trump more authority, basically to do what he wanted to do. So they say birth citizenship rights are up in the air, but I just say as black people, some black people are like, oh man, that's fucked up. I'm like, well, first you need to know about the law. That law was put in place for you, you and your people
Yeah,
that's been exploited
yeah,
by a lot of other people that came here. So,
yeah,
he's just upholding the law, which is supposed to be for who it's supposed to be for. That I agree with,
yeah,
you know. Um, so that's a lot of stuff that's going on. That was just on his live briefing today. Some people in the black community don't watch the news or don't care to watch the news or don't give a fuck about the news. But so we just appreciate they viewing us, so we give them the news in case they missed it. So it's something going on. With Iran also, it's still speculation. They don't know if they really damaged their nuclear facilities. Some people say they did total damage. Some people in Iran, even Iranian dictators, say they only did set them back months. So who knows? But one thing I do know is they attacked a country who didn't have a nuclear warhead at the time, because if they did and the way they got attacked, they would have deployed it. Hell, anybody would have the way they got hit.
yeah.
Do y'all research. Hey, man, take care of y'all family, man. Take care of what's close to y'all, man. Hey, look, check this out. I'm going to say it real simple and plain. If y'all don't open y'all fucking eyes and take y'all heads out y'all asses, this country will be on the list of third world countries that had a chance and got fucked off. Y'all mad about what's being sent back? Y'all mad? Fuck it. Fuck it. If I get canceled, oh well. Y'all mad because these illegals are getting sent back to their fucking country. Hey, look, check this out. At one point in time, it was very, very, very easy to get into this country.
Still
Dramatically
is.
easy.
Shit, still is.
Legally. What's the process? Because see, some of y'all try for 10, 20 years to get here illegally. And it only takes maybe a solid 2 years if you do every single thing you're supposed to do to get here. Do y'all not understand if the Middle East decides to actually get mad and say, hey, America, guess what? We want to play too. Do y'all not understand if the Middle East chooses to play, which they're going to do because they've already said, hey, if America keep up with what they got going on, we got something for them just because we're going to be a third world country.
You heard, like
Well,
I said, you
I'm gonna
heard
tell
it.
you. I'm gonna tell you like this real quick. That's some real shit you just said. And for the people out there listening, like people who living on the streets here, you do not want this to be a third world country, because we are the only country that have fat homeless people. You don't see no other fat homeless people in third world countries. You know what I'm saying? So some of you homeless people out here, that let that sink in. We got obese homeless people in California. Does that make sense?
I'm I'm fat than a motherfucker, but I'm on Skid Row, and I'm not skinny. I'm not sucked up. My bones ain't touching my skin. My backbones ain't showing, and I'm homeless.
You know what? I tell a lot of people also, where they give away free food, don't be ashamed to go get that shit. I don't care if you make a lot of money. Some of these churches and giveaways, man, sometimes they be giving away good. I jog around all everywhere, and people know me. Some of the church people, like, oh man, come get this, man. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, I take it. And shit, hell, good rice, vegetables, some man.
Look,
They they they
I rolled past the house yesterday. I rolled past the house, and it looked like the food bank just stopped in front of these people's house, dropped off like 20 boxes full of shit, and just shut the deuces and said, y'all have a good day. And I mean, motherfuckers was walking by and just hand picking up shit. You seen niggas on bikes riding with boxes on the back and on the front and shit. You seen people with cars pulling up, opening their trunk and filling up. It's like,
yeah.
see, picture before this thing got in office when he put Elon Musk on his side. He said he wanted to make this a one world government with our country having a fucking king, a dictatorship. Come on, man. Y'all got countries out here where if you wear jeans, they offing you, they putting you in jail, it's over with. And y'all worried about the minimal shit when the bigger picture is to take away our freedom and put us in line of what they say and what they want us to do and how they want us to do it. The shit they doing in LA not no game. Look, check this out. They say it's for the illegals. They say they trying to get the cartel because the cartel out here doing shit. No, this is just like what they did in 2019, 2020 when they dropped what they dropped on the world. And they told you couldn't come outside after 5 o'clock unless you had fucking permission or a damn job. And they just implemented the same shit in LA. And they just passed a bill that said, hey, look, hey, y'all keep up with what y'all doing. It's cool. We're going to back y'all up 100%. So y'all want martial law. Y'all want to make it to where y'all can't come outside while the sun's still up. Y'all want to make it to where when y'all come outside, y'all see Marines and military and different pieces of the military on your street corners. Yeah. All right, that's cool. Y'all fuck this country up, I'm gone. And I'm not telling you the country I'm going to.
I hear that, man. Like I say, man, we ain't gonna keep us on here too long, man. We gonna get up out of here, man. Like I said, we're gonna go around before we get out of here, man. Big LA, go ahead, man. Give them some words they can use.
Hey, man, some dudes y'all can use, man. Hey, man. Hey. Hashtag be fit. The lit will follow. You dig what I'm saying? Worry about your family. Worry about you. Worry about your health. This is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And I've seen very little people talk about it. Imagine the mental health or the mental fights that people are going through with everything that's going on around them. Suicide rate went up, people. Y'all worried about bills being passed and people getting deported. And suicide rates going up. Not murder rate. Suicide rate. Love your people. Love yourself. Be a real fucking leader. Serve your fucking people so they can serve you. In the means and in betweens, like, share, sub up, tell a friend, tell them I'll do it again, man. West side of the 110, man. Means and in betweens, I'll fuck with you.
Hey, what's up? Hey, Don, man, you on?
Yeah, Big bro break was over.
Yeah, I said, are you on? And he just said, Hey, what'd you say? I said, hey, Don, you on? And next thing you know, that Viagra pill kicked in and the heart just paused. Said,
hey, 6 feet.
Hey, go ahead, man. Give them some words they can use.
All right, listen to this. People think that just gonna be us, Latinos. You know, I can tell you who will be last. It will be Mr. Charlie will be last, but everybody's on the chopping block. Everybody, even they peeps. Like he says, it's gonna be a new world order, and those who don't conform, it is what it is. Those that do, they'll let you ride with them, and they'll probably even give you a piece of the cake. They probably let you get a little bread. But other than that, after they get through with the immigrants, naturally we always in the forefront. We're always gonna be the ones that get it the worst. Then after that, Even Mr. Charlie gonna get it. Ain't nobody gonna be immune from this shit. This is a new world order they trying to put in front of everybody and let everybody know that nobody's gonna be spared from this shit. That's real talk. Nobody.
That's what's up,
So
man.
Mr.
Uh-oh. Well, like I say, man, it was just a Rise and Buzz pop up, man. You know, bring you some news that people could use. You know what I'm saying? Let you know what's going on west to 110. You know what I mean? If y'all haven't checked out some of the last episodes, y'all check out the last episode, Scorching Street, Scorching Politics. Also, with my boy Sarge, man, the interview I did with Life After the Marines, man, it was pretty good, man. You know, west of the 110, we here. Real talk don't end. They just take a break. Appreciate you, brother, for stepping in the middle of the morning like this. It's Friday. Y'all be safe. It's a good fight coming on tomorrow. Y'all check it out. Jake Paul against Chavez Jr. and Carson. A few more undercards fights. Something interesting to watch if y'all don't have nothing to do on Saturday. Something to watch. But like I say, man,
versus who?
what's his name? The Julio
Julio
Chavez.
Chavez Jr. Julio Cesar Chavez
Yeah,
Jr.
Junior. Yeah. So
Wait,
that's
wait. I beg you, my finest pardon, sir. So the nigga fake a fight with Tyson, and now they giving him one of the. Yeah, all right. Like I said, man, in the men's in between, I'll fuck with y'all. That's crazy.
Yep. We here, man. Y'all tap in with us. Anybody want to be on the show? Any social media site you see us on, send us a message. We'll get back. Real talk don't end. Just take a break. You know what I'm saying? We'll